Cheers. Okay, so we have Aera versus Wilksy in the
Smashville.
first top 8.
Starterville.
Yep, in the first top 8, best of 5 here at Show Me Your Moves in Gloucester at the Top Q Snooker Club. Lovely little venue, and we're off now.
There goes Luma.
Yeah, very quick.
Good start for Aera.
The last
He's
time
in the lead.
Last time I recall, these guys met in bracket. Wilksy ended Aera's tournament, if I want to say, in a loser.
So what you're saying is that this is a grudge match?
I want to say so. Yes, but that's a really nice grab into the up throw, and of course
Shadow Sleek, lovely.
And now Rosalina is of course very floaty, kind of stating the obvious there, but she is, and it's going to be harder for Aera to do the Greninja things that he does.
Well, what we were seeing earlier were a lot of sort of neutral air into confirms,
but you're not
and that doesn't seem to be working on Rosalina.
She is far too floaty for that to be a viable option. Okay, good jabs off stage. That
there
really
again
nice
goes Luma.
Yeah, this Luma isn't lasting very long. Aera, a lot of players, as I mentioned earlier, they just struggle to separate the two and then get rid of Luma. Aera seems to be having no struggles doing that right now.
So what I'm liking at the moment is that Aera is taking this slow. He's not really going in. He's not pushing too hard. But he's fighting toe to toe with Wilksy, which, you know, in a match where you slow things down, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Wilksy seems to be struggling here. I mean, the percents are fairly even, don't get me wrong. Wow, really good use of the recovery. I mean, just great character knowledge there, knowing what he needs to do in that matchup. And I think he baited Wilksy out. But there's, there's the Luma, not quite getting anything with it. But that was fantastic. And there goes Luma once again.
That was never expected to hit Rosalina.
No,
that was just to get rid of Luma. And I really like that move.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Aera showing good knowledge in this matchup. Oh, there's an up air. Not quite enough to kill. No, still not yet, not quite. But it's looking very soon. 102% though. Oh, Luma, of course, is back. Aera not respecting that, of course, going to go kill. Oh, wow.
Very nice there.
Rosalina in a hit stun and not even in a range to nearly even touch Aera, and Luma just up airs. And that's it.
I think Wilksy has like two brains, two sets of eyes or something, because how he keeps track of where both characters are and what they're doing is insane.
Yeah.
Fair to take a stock.
Easy stock. 121% though. We've got a good ninja in range here. Let's see what he can get done before this stock inevitably does get taken away. Now this water shuriken's coming out.
That was so smart. Wilksy just using Luma to catch every water shuriken without taking any damage to himself.
But that is damaging Luma, and Luma does have a stamina sort of style HP meter.
About 50 points of HP.
So when he's doing that, he's just poking away at Luma.
But all Aera is doing, as soon as he gets close to the edge, is getting rid of Luma. Wilksy knows that Luma probably isn't going to be around long enough that's going to make a big difference.
No, not at all.
Luma actually getting killed off the top there.
Again, and that is mostly, it's just Luma is being completely bodied in this matchup, and Wilksy doesn't get a chance to do his usual shenanigans where he manages to, of course, use both characters very effectively. I feel sorry for for Wilksy's brain that does control Luma, because it's pretty lonely at the moment. It's sat there bored a lot of the time because it's just got nothing to do.
Every couple of seconds there's another 13 that is not doing anything.
But a good up air, 66% worth of extra credit right now. I mean, given the nature, taking a bet on the Halo here.
Very nice, making sure he's taking the time to think about what he was doing right there, what he did wrong, and work out his next step.
I love seeing players do that. Too many players just drop off the Halo and attack. I mean, if you're in a situation where you can punish something or you can get a solid attack out, great. But otherwise, take that second. It's free time, and it can really help. Okay, well, grab.
So one thing I have noticed today that is a bit more unusual is that Wilksy's been very smash happy.
Yeah.
Aera just saved Luma there, by the way. He's been throwing out a lot of up smashes that really aren't safe.
No.
And he's not been massively punished, but I think maybe just a little sign of his rust there.
Yeah, I mean, he has been out of the game for a little while. Of course, Aera using his up B there, of course, off stage to really bait out the way he's going to recover and throw Wilksy off his game. Now, 104% kill percent for a lot of Aera's moves, 59% on Greninja though, and he's having trouble getting on stage. Now, there's actually something in this matchup which is pretty great. Greninja has a guaranteed punish on Rosalina's getter.
Yes, I've seen that.
Using
Short hop back air.
Short hop back air. If he uses it in the right position at the right time, it will punish every single one of Rosalina's get-up options, either by hitting Rosalina or killing
by hitting
Luma.
Luma, yeah.
Yeah. It'll all do one or the other. So it's something to keep in mind in this matchup when Aera is in an edge guard situation against Wilksy.
Which we haven't seen yet.
No, we haven't. That's true. His only kill wasn't even again. But L'Oreal! There goes the stock at 121%. But we're in kill percent right now, but we do have a Rosalina with rage. So let's see what she can get done with this. Of course, it looks like Aera's struggling a little bit to get in at the moment. Okay.
Again, they're trying to use that down tilt to get rid of...
Oh! We take those! Oh! Okay.
That was a crazy interaction there. That was Battlefield-style ledges.
Quick stock. There goes the first game. But this is Aera, very headstrong player.
You know, and it's best of 5. He's got plenty of time to come back.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Exactly that. Winning 3 games against a player like Wilksy is difficult to do in a row. But it's also not easy to do against Aera in a row. So, we'll see what happens. Oh no, I've lost chat. Whatever will I do without Twitch chat? It's not cancerous or anything. Okay.
In fairness, you know, Twitch chat's been doing a good job of calling me up on my bullshit. So, you know, maybe we ought to keep it open, guys.
Why can't I just go chat only? There it is. Okay. Okay. So we have Aera versus Wilksy. This time we're on the Omega Palatine's Temple, which is, for all intents and purposes, FD. So we have up smashes coming up, and again,
this is not the first time we've seen this map today instead of taking FD.
A lot of players like this one, and there's actually a reason for it, because this stage benefits every single character in the cast in some way. It's more balanced than FD in that regard. Every single member of the cast benefits from this version of the stage in some way over FD. So that's why a lot of players like to go here. It's a more balanced map, and you also don't have the horrible background blinding you every 30 seconds.
Well, there is that, yes. Again, we've got a fairly close fight to start with. We've seen Luma go away for the first time. Wilksy managing to keep her alive a little longer this time.
In terms of edge guarding. Now, of course, Rosalina, again, the nature of her recovery is very vulnerable to that hydro pump shenanigans. Not quite as much as we saw with Ike earlier on today, but still very much a vulnerability there. So, of course, going for those dash countered up smashes, he really wants it, of course, and it will kill early on someone as floaty as Rosalina if he sweet spots it.
One of the lightest characters in the game, and she is susceptible to getting killed off the top. Third time lucky there.
Oh, there
nice
it is.
trump, very
good
nice.
Trumps into back airs. What we're going to see in terms of punish. Okay, sweet spotting to the ledge, something Wilksy is very good at doing, of course. If he recovers too high at any point, that's pretty much a death. Against someone as mechanically talented as ever, recovering too high is pretty much a death. So he has to be careful when doing that. He needs to sweet spot every single time, and he's done so. He has. So all power to him there.
I'm interested to see what Wilksy's been trying to do to stop Aera recovering, because more often than not he's been content to just run back to the center of the stage and take stage control rather than doing something like that, throwing out a down smash, trying to catch the 2 frames.
Yeah, down tilt forward air, very nicely done. Okay. So
and again we see that Wilksy maybe a little bit on tilt, just running up and up smashing.
It's a very good option if you use it effectively, but I think Wilks has been playing a lot of bad players today, and he's kind of getting into this mindset now where he can just run up and up smash. It's a very hard sandbagging mindset to break when you're a top player, and I can't say I speak from experience there, but it's something that does happen. Okay, again, sweet spot to the ledge. Okay, nice. Oh well, going
good
for the
attempt
ledge
at the trump, but getting trumped himself.
Very unfortunate, but of course it happens. Of course, if you grab the ledge in the exact same time as the other player, you both just hold on to it. Okay, so good back air coming out. Luma is back. Let's see for how long. I mean,
that was a nice option.
Wow.
Got punished in the end, but I like the mindset behind it. He wanted to save his Luma there, as it had just come back. And
I see no reason that was ever a good option. Using an up B in that situation, that percent against good up B, good L'Oreal, but using your up B in that situation, there is never a good reason for that. It was either an input flub or he just made a stupid decision. There was no reason for that to be done. Unfortunately, you don't sacrifice your life to save Luma. That's not how you play Rosalina.
Absolutely true. I don't deny it, but
Okay.
just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to give our top players the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you've got to look at that and you've got to think, I mean, what's going on in their minds to make something like that happen? To make them use an up B and put himself in free fall as a floaty centre stage against a Greninja who can just dash cancelled up smash. It's an awful situation to be in, it really is. Anyway, Rosalina being down an entire stock at this point, but another good up smash there. Not punishing the fact that Luma was on his own. I think he wanted to stay away from him because, of course, Wilksy does have this talent for controlling Luma.
It's that second brain.
Yeah, when Rosalina is in Hitston, so I think he was a bit intimidated, but there's
Great
Luma
fair there.
Luma's gone. Oh, wow.
That was a nice way to come back onto stage, actually. Throwing out the hitbox. We've seen that Aera has been more tempted to go towards stuff like the Hydro Pump than actual hitbox.
And literally this whole game, Wilksy is sweet spotted to the ledge, but he doesn't one time and gets a big percent out of it.
Yeah.
Good mix-up. So, I mean, sign of a good play right there. Oh, wow. Good use of Luma. Oh, going for that up air off stage. That would have been gorgeous if that had worked. But there's no
great
up
read
smash.
there. Don't air dodge.
Solid read. Don't air dodge. Just stop air dodging, please. Wilksy, not happy about that there. Not happy at all with the salty pauses there.
That was a really nice comeback from Aera, in that he really sort of...
Showing the first game didn't put him on tilt, very headstrong.
Absolutely, yeah, and he sort of sat down, sort of looked back at what he'd done last game, and adapted.
Yeah. That game, the audio suddenly got very loud. That's probably going to be echoing through. That is echoing through the microphone. That's echoing through the microphone.
Hang on, we'll try and find the balance.
A little bit lower. Right, so we're also doing...
In the effort of fixing the quiet the quiet audio, we got the stream cocked up. But we're back.
We are back, and we have Rosalina absorbing these water shurikens. Of course, Aera realising that this stage really does benefit Rosalina more. The platforms there that can really mess him up, and you can't have him up smashing on a descending Rosalina because she's going to descend to a platform first.
Well, the thing is, he might be able to catch a landing. You know,
not nearly as easy.
Not nearly as easily, no.
Easy.
But the option's still there. And I'm sure we'll see him go for it a few times.
But given the matchup, I think this is a very solid counter pick on Wilkes' behalf. I agree with his decision to either go here or Dreamland. The floating nature, of course, of Rosalina does mean the wind can mess her up on Dreamland. Battlefield's a safer option. But I mean, I do agree with the stage choice, and we do have a slight percent lead with Wilksy here. Okay, so Aera rolling a lot. That's a bit uncharacteristic to just roll in like that. I'm not sure what's happening there, but heavily punished by Wilksy. And just throwing out that quick hydro pump, of course, for some quick percents.
There we see the strongest jab of the game.
Jab, 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 jab. Okay, off stage. Oh, you hate to see it, but that's not the first time we've seen Wilksy do that today.
And I would say that Aera doesn't hate to see that.
Oh no, of course. I think that's just a sign of Wilksy's rust coming back into the game. Of course, input flubs like that. Oh, and you hate to see that.
Aera, being generous.
I don't need that stock, man. Let's forget about it. Let's reset at 6 minutes, 2 stocks. Let's play old school rules. Okay?
And so...
the gentleman.
Suddenly we see Wilksy in the lead, you know?
Yeah, just like that. One player flubs, the other player flubs. Smash is about making less mistakes than your opponent. That's the core. You make less mistakes than your opponent, and they both made a big mistake, and now they're even as a result.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'd say at the moment, Wilksy, making his way around centre stage, really trying to stay strong, keep in charge of that stage control.
Yeah, I mean, of course, again, the use of Luma with platforms, you can control both the high and the low. High and the low ground, of course, and you've got Luma with a very strong smash attacks in the edge guarding situations, and of course the awkward shape of Battlefield's ledges, as you mentioned earlier, is easy stage spikes for Rosalina. So it's going to be interesting to see, of course, if she can just keep abusing the fact that she's got a good counter pick, but a good jump dash cancelled up smash there, burning up percent and really launching Rosalina quite far as a grab off stage. Tries to up tilt the Luma just out of range, and there's wow, get up read, big F smash.
That was at like 70%. That was a really early kill though.
She's floating. I mean,
she is one of the lightest characters in the game.
Yeah, so that was, I mean, just unfortunate for Wilksy, but it did happen. Okay.
Yeah, just point at the screen, I think.
Now, what I've noticed is, following sort of the acknowledgement that Wilksy is sort of controlling the centre stage, Aera's started to recover a little bit higher.
Yeah.
He's trying to land on those platforms, try and find another way in, and simply trying to get to the ledge and get back on stage that way. So
I mean, you have to do that. I mean, when you get counterpicked to a stage which is clearly less in your favour, you have to abuse the counterpick as much as your opponent's going to in any way that you can. And he has ledge options to do so, but he's utilising the few that he has. Forward throw could kill here. No, not quite. Probably a bit stale. He's been getting a lot of grabs lately. Okay, well, there's a forward throw. Up tilt the Luma away. Very good. Doing his best to keep them away from each other, but yeah, ping-pong between them. But 170% having trouble closing out this stock here.
There's the up.
Of course, as soon as I say that. God damn it, Wilksy, you're killing me today. Okay, so even stocks, very minor leads, which is pretty much non-existent at this point, and now in favour of Aera, and now it's gone. Ooh, input flub there by the looks of it. That shadow sneak was not meant to happen. Okay. So, a pair of juggles up near the blast zone, not quite there though. Dash attacks in on Greninja.
And now it's looking pretty ugly for Aera, actually. This has been a real back and forth.
It has, it really has. And it just kind of shows, it's
just one of those Greninja things there.
Yeah, you see a lot of Greninjas. I don't know if that was intentional, but a lot of Greninjas will accidentally Shadow Sneak instead of using the up B due to the nature of their recovery timings. You have to be slightly faster than on most characters where you can direct recovery. It's not like Sheik where you got like 3 seconds to direct it or anything like that. There's the up air, not quite enough. Really going for that follow-up but not getting it. Jab, jab, F smash, good air dodge, recognising the option.
Now what I'm liking to see is that Aera's got different options for, the floatier character, rather than going for, say...
Oh, you have to, though. When you're playing a game like this, you need to know your options for every weight of character. And he understands this, and especially Rosalina being such a prevalent force in the UK right now, with so many good Rosalina players. So, we tech those! Come on, Aera. Okay.
So it's 2-1 to Wilksy at the minute.
Yeah.
And, as we said, first to 3, best of 5. There's time to come back.
You can take it to game 5. Looking grim, but it's his counter pick now. Now we're going to have FD banned. After the poor showing from Wilkes last time, it'd be silly of him not to ban FD at this point.
Don't say that.
Oh, am I coaching the players? I'm coaching the players again. I'm so sorry. I'm going to shut up in these stage pick advantages. I'm going to be quiet.
So we're going to Starterville by the looks of it.
Or Duck Hunt I wouldn't agree with.
I don't know where I would take Wilksy at this point. Almost by the game, he's getting sharper and sharper.
He's Wilksy.
Wilksy is a terrifying prospect.
The thing is, Rosalina has no bad matchups, just slightly harder ones. And this is one of them. Well, this stage is actually very beneficial to Greninja, in my opinion. Of course, the platform is existent, but not nearly as prevalent as in Battlefield. And
that was the coolest, possibly the coolest thing I've ever seen.
What happened?
If he did that on purpose.
Was that a counter into a down air?
I think it was a counter with with some sort of spike box.
I'm gonna have to play that
That was
back.
insane.
I didn't quite have time to fathom everything that happened there.
The first counter we've seen from Aera.
Oh,
He's trying it
yeah.
again, and by the looks of it,
so
he is doing it on purpose.
So apparently you can counter and you can direct your counter as Greninja. He's directing it down to get a spike, rather than getting the side counter that Greninja. I didn't know that was an option.
I believe it's to do with the where you get hit.
Yeah.
So because Wilksy's rising up with the up air,
Greninja's counting down.
Greninja is countering down.
Okay, I don't know nearly enough about the mechanics of this character apparently, but that was an impressive play.
I'd love to believe that he did that on purpose.
Well, I mean, you could argue that he didn't, but then you saw him try and pull it out again, and it looked, he reacted very quickly to it. He recovered very quickly after. Pineappled by Smashville. You hate to see it happen. Wilkes is on tilt after that.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah, Wilksy is really on tilt after that. I would be. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd honestly just want to SD and go to the next game.
He's done it again!
Aera, please! How do they learn
That's
this?
ridiculous!
What's he keep doing?
So what he's doing is he's hitting counter as Wilksy's bringing Luma back to him and throwing out a hitbox with Luma. And because Greninja's counter substitutes where he is and puts him towards the enemy that's attacking him, it's essentially teleporting him over to where Wilksy is and dropping him directly down.
Okay,
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I had a quick conversation with Aera, very brief in between stage discussions. I said, how does that counter work? Do you choose a direction? And to quote him, he said, no, it's just magic. To quote him. So.
All I'm saying is that earlier on, I said that Aera does magic with Greninja. My point has been proven.
And that's been odd-shotted. Afterwards, match just odd-shotted that.
That is ridiculous.
Somebody bookmark that and send it to me on Facebook, please.
Now, all I'm saying, guys, is Wilksy's taking a moment, you know?
Yeah.
As anyone would. He's just collecting himself.
When something like that happens, that's enough to tilt you for an entire set. It really is.
And we're now in the sort of the big game. It's 2-2.
We've gone to game
Winner
5.
takes all. It's game 5.
Yeah. And you don't see many game 5s in the Midlands nowadays. It's usually pretty much ruffle stompy. This could be the first time that any of these people have bested Wilksy in a tournament setting. Yeah, because not...
This has been an incredible sort of set, though. It's been back and forth, literally.
Yeah.
One win, one win, one win, one win.
Now, we're going to see, of course... So, Aera knows now that works. Oh, going for a gain? No.
Wilksy knows that it works as well, though.
I was literally about to say, Wilksy, of course, is going to be aware that it's an option. It's something that he's going to be going for. So...
Now, what I liked there was that Wilksy, rather than refraining from...
Yeah, so that's how it feels, you know? That's how it feels.
But Wilksy, rather than refraining from going from the option, throwing out the hitbox with Luma,
he's just
moving himself a little over to make sure that he doesn't get hit.
He's understanding the option exists. Okay, so but that first stock went quickly. Of course, Wilksy getting his own off-stage spikes.
There we see the back air take care of Loomis, so Wilksy's probably going to try and slow things down a little bit now. Make sure that he has someone for Luma to come back to.
Of course.
That second brain feeling a little lonely, but that's okay.
It's sat there. It's like I've got. I want to play. Man, let me play. It's you know when you go to a friend's house as a kid and you're watching them play a single player game.
Or they only have one controller, because that's more the case. Isn't it?
That's Wilkes' second brain when Lumi's it's like I want to play. Let me play. And that's what's happening. Oh, a good option there, actually. Recognising, of course, he could just about get back to the ledge by going straight up.
Dash. Jab, jab, dash attack there.
Yeah.
And managed to hit Rosalina and Luma in different directions.
Very interesting. I mean, of course, it's kind of knowledge you need to know in this match. You need to understand, of course, how to separate these two characters. Of course, going for that down air again. Wow, that Hydro Pump launched Rosalina.
And now that we're sort of 5 games in, Wilksy's starting to sort of deliberately miss the sweet spot.
Oh.
Every now and then, he's just floating over. Aera, who has watched Wilksy hit the sweet spot every time, is assuming that he's going to make it and going for different options.
It's like I was saying earlier. Of course, missing it would lead to death, but as a mix-up, I can understand why we can get rid of Luma. No charge death smash on Luma. Okay, I think he was just waiting for the recovery. I think he's letting him keep Luma for the sake of using this counter trick. If he takes Luma off him, it no longer exists.
That's true. But when you're a whole stock down.
I mean, he had a free opportunity to kill Luma just now, and he let it live for whatever reason. And that's the only.
And that was jab, jab, up smash.
Jab, up smash. L'Oreal, that's it. Looking a lot weaker here, but there's an up smash. Good DI keeping him alive.
And he got rid of Luma that time.
Yeah, so obviously recognising something there. Okay, there's a grab, dash attack. Wilksy's looking stronger. He's come back from that mental breakdown.
Oh! Attack!
You don't like to see it happen, but it happened.
He did it on purpose. I promise you that.
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure that was intentional. But unfortunately,
that was an incredible set, though. A heartbreaking way for it to end. A dominant way for it to end for Wilksy, but that was an incredible set.
That isn't the end of Aera's tournament.
Absolutely not. No, he's in losers.
Next game is Mo versus Devereaux.